When should a student take Algebra 1? Should they take it in 8th grade? Should they take it in 9th grade? Should they take it in 7th grade? Well, my answer is when they're ready. What that means is that a student could be in 4th grade and start Algebra 1. That's great if they're ready. And what does ready mean? Well, what is algebra? And what is involved in algebra? Well, we're dealing with equations and inequalities. We're dealing with graphing. We're dealing with all these different aspects of analytical reasoning, right? What are the prerequisites to do well in that field? Well, understanding arithmetic helps. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, fractions, decimals, percents, ratios, and proportions. So basically, everything I just listed is what we try to teach children from about 1st grade to about 7th grade. The problem is sometimes the students themselves don't even know why they're learning what they're learning, and sometimes there might not need to be an explanation for why they're learning it. I get it, but we're dealing with students where sometimes students don't have the study skills, and we teach, some schools in America will teach some of these concepts in 4th grade, and then they'll repeat it again in 5th grade, and they'll repeat it again in 6th grade. See, the repetition is not equaling mastery. There are reasons why I believe this happens. One of them is actually pretty straightforward. Some students don't care because they don't know where they're going in life. That's just a reality check. Let's just put that out there. When you don't know where you're going, it can really affect things. So what we need to do is to help children to have more job shadowing opportunities and have a vision. When you have a vision that is tied to, okay, I could see how grocery stores use percentages. Okay, that makes sense. Well, that's a separate example. That's just an application. But a vision where they see math used in medicine and they might start saying things like, okay, maybe I'll explore being a doctor. Now, it doesn't mean they have to be a doctor, right? America is the only country where a lawyer can change and be a doctor in their 50s. Only America can do that. I don't know any other country. Because we have flexibility almost at any point. But the problem is when there's no direction, almost till the end of high school, for some people to college, it tells us that the issue is not, oh, you'll figure this out later. The issue is, do we even believe that kids are capable of having some vision, right? So having direction helps. That's one of the issues. But the second thing is the study skills of many students is just not there. They don't know how to study from their notes. They don't take notes. We need to teach study skills. We need to teach kids to have a vision. We need to give them opportunities to job shadow and explore the world. Okay, all of those things will be great. Now, if you have vision, you're able to strive and fight through difficult times, even when topics are hard. When should students take algebra? When they're ready. When will they be ready? Nobody knows except that child just works through based on mastery, and then they'll be ready. Could be in 5th grade, could be in 4th grade. Generally speaking, in Minnesota, for example, they were doing it in 8th grade. That worked out pretty well. But in some schools, they're doing it in 9th grade. I don't think that, we can pull that back if we reduce the duplication, increase the mastery, and then the students should be ready to do algebra. The timeline shouldn't matter. What should matter is if they've mastered the fundamentals. If you want your children to master the fundamentals, please reach out to us at countingtocalculus.org, countingtocalculus.org, and we will teach your children all the concepts they need and support you in teaching your children so that they have a solid math foundation and then they can start Algebra 1 with confidence. We want them to start Algebra 1 with confidence. Oh, and by the way, we don't take summers off because that is part of the problem as well. I'll be talking more about some of the challenges, but look forward to seeing some of you in class. Countingtocalculus.org. We'll start teaching live classes on January 5th, 2026. Thanks for watching. Take care. Subscribe, like, and share. Have a blessed day.